What other event took place in the year 1977?
What is the quality which you get if you play the games, especially the group games?
And what are the disadvantages of using such tactics and strategies?
Yeah, come in, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
So, Ranu, you are from East Champaran.
Yes, sir.
How many districts does East Champaran touch?
So basically, sir, East Champaran touch 1, 2, and 3 districts as of now.
When was it divided, bifurcated from West Champaran?
In 1977, sir.
77. What other event took place in the year 1977?
So the new Janata Party government comes into the picture when the emergency ends. That was the one event.
Okay. Mahatma Gandhi started his protest from Champaran.
Yes, sir.
What were the methods he used to connect with the masses?
So firstly he travels a lot. In the Champaran movement, he travels many from East Champaran to West Champaran to Muzaffarpur to Betia in many of the region. Secondly, sir, talk with the common people, means the stakeholders basically, like peasants, farmers who are more affected by it. Thirdly, sir, talk with the administrator also, like Britishers and all, to what they should do and what they should not. These are the methods.
There were some symbols he used. Some symbolisms. What were they?
Sorry, sir, I have no idea on it.
Have you read any books of Mahatma Gandhi's biography or autobiography?
No, sir, I did not read more on it.
You are from East Champaran, you are from the district of his Burma district. Okay. What is the concept of ethnicity in Anthro?
Ethnicity basically told about the ethnic people, other people who belongs to that particular region. So the ethnicity or the race is one of the concepts regarding that we use for the tribes and other people.
I have one more question on Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. Who was the person who escorted him when he came to Champaran?
So basically his name was Rajkumar Shukla. So Rajkumar Shukla was one of the prominent leader at that time.
Is it correct to say that it was not Mahatma Gandhi's non-violence methods, but it was more of the terrorist organizations or terrorists? They were the ones who expedited the process of getting the independence.
So at that time, I think both are important. The non-violent way of Mahatma Gandhi also, and the other way of Bhagat Singh and revolutionary groups also. So both was the need of the hour.
Can you name any person who was in disagreement with Mahatma Gandhi in his political discourses?
Yes, sir. Subhash Chandra Bose was one of them.
Okay. Then, in the communalism, how does anthropology, what methods it provides us to understand the concept of communalism?
So there are many methods from the anthro we can see. Firstly, the cultural relativism. With the help of cultural relativism, we can understand it. Secondly, many anthropologists like Malinowski and all told about field work, means go and see from your own eye itself, not be on the armchair anthropologist. These two things. Secondly, sir, on the religion perspective, like in Indonesia, there was a study done by Margaret Mead and all, that how to understand the communalism things. Fourthly, sir, many Indian anthropologists like D.N. Mazumdar and all also talked about this communalism aspect in the politics and other. So these things.
Okay. Is caste getting transformed into class?
So from the past, if we see, yes, most of the caste were transferred into class. For example, like barber or any other things, like manual scavenging also one of the prominent reasons for that. So in the past it was there, but
so what does a barber become? He's born into the barber's caste. What does he become? What can he become later on?
So on the class thing, the barber or the Nai caste that was there, it transferred into the Nai and the barber in that particular area. But in the recent scenario, sir, it is changing because of the many other things.
Will his caste change?
No, sir, the caste to class concept is changing in the recent scenario.
But caste remains as it is.
Yes, sir, there are still some changes in the caste, but the drastic change we are seeing in the class.
Okay, one or two small questions on. What about the tribes, especially the tribes like Jorwas? Why they want to be left alone? What is the government of India's policy on tribes, assimilation of tribes?
So there are many policies the government of India is seeing. Firstly, the PVTG principle that for the particular vulnerable tribal groups, there are 75. So we are trying to assimilate little by little, not directly integrate. Our approach is not directly integrated, told by very relevant. Secondly, sir, tribal subplan is there that to introduce the development and the principle of that. Thirdly, government focus on tribal pencil programs. Fourthly, sir, there are many new schemes like PM Sri for the schools, for the Eklavya school model for the tribal people. More and more integration of the tribal people in the education and all. Fifthly, sir, recently TriFed also come with the approach for the tribal startup policy, where many tribes like Jorwas only start selling their product to outside. If you give me some time, I will explain one scenario.
It's okay, you made your point clear.
Okay.
Now tell me, what has been the social, what has been the impact of the development programs of the government of India on tribes?
So there are both positive as well as the negative impact. If we come on the positive sides, then the tribal induced displacements led to poverty in them. The land alienation is the second one. Third ones are independence in the tribal because their agriculture land and other things have been lost. But if we see on the positive sides, then sir, tribal gets opportunity for the development. Secondly, sir, more and more education has been delivered to tribal. In the recent national education policy, we also talked about them. Thirdly, sir, tribal assimilation in the modern world.
Okay, last question. In the new education policy, what role has been assigned to AI?
So the role of AI is mainly on the productivity and efficiency sides of the children. Secondly, sir, our focus is to teach more and more children about coding and artificial intelligence from class 6 onwards. Thirdly, for the vocational education front, the role of AI is eminent to teach the people so that they can do industry, they can understand the industry easily.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That's it. Thank you. Very well answered.
Okay, Ranu. Who had given you this name?
Sir, initially when I born, my name was Raj only. But when I got admitted in class nursery, then my aunt gives me this name.
Ranu.
Yes, sir.
Is it a formal name or?
No, sir, it's a formal name only.
Formal name.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of Ranu?
Ranu means heaven.
Heaven.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you were the head boy.
Yes, sir.
What is the criteria to become a head boy?
So in our school, basically, there are two things we should do: curricular as well as extracurricular. In curricular side, I was a good student. I was topper from last 4 or 5 years in my school. Not a good CPA also in the last class 9th. And coming on the extracurricular front, I generally play all the games, whatever it was there. I participate in the sports weeks and all. So from this both of the sides, I was nominated for that.
Okay. What is the quality which you get if you play the games, especially the group games? One quality.
So the first is the team, leadership and the team building activities that we are getting, that we can utilize in the administration.
Good. The white paper was released very recently, and counter to that was a black paper.
Yes,
Tell me
sir.
something about it.
So basically the white paper was 2014 to 2023, the economic development under PM Narendra Modi's government, and the black paper is to counter that argument against the economic policy what they are trying to convey.
Tell me 2 strong points of each.
From the white paper perspective, firstly, the capital infrastructure is increasing from the 2014 onwards, and this time it is 11%. Secondly, sir, inclusive growth, the rise of female labor participation force in India. On the black paper front side, sir, firstly, sir, the issue in the implementation of GST that we are seeing. Secondly, the demonetization that happens.
What else?
These two, sir. I remember.
Okay. You want to give me two?
Yes.
Because I asked two. Okay. Recently, SC judgment has been passed on electoral bonds.
Yes, sir.
Give me 3 reasons why they struck it down.
Firstly, sir, electoral bond was not under RTA, so that was one of the reasons. Secondly, it violated the Article 19(1)(a). And thirdly, sir, the principle behind coming the electoral bond was curbing black money, but it was not happening. These are 3 reasons.
Okay, so transparency was
Yes,
an
sir,
issue.
transparency was the issue
Okay.
because RTA was not.
And also, did the court feel that there will be monopoly of certain corporates?
Sir, there may be and may not be, because yes, the people who are in government has more electoral bonds, but apart from that, other opposition parties also got electoral bonds. So I don't think so that the judgment is on the basis of that some parties got more fund and some are not.
No, more funding. Corporates. Certain corporates are funding heavily. So they could be, they'll be influencing the government's policy making and licensing. That was that a point?
Yes, sir, it is one of the point, because if I remember it correctly, Vedanta Steels has funded 200 crores of rupees towards the government, but that particular company has a loss of $1 billion in last quarter only. So this kind of things was possible, but without, sir, there is any data, because there is no any data present and nothing as of now. So we can't blame directly to the corporate.
Okay. Recently we have had fire in Delhi, some factory.
Yes, sir.
What is it all about? And who is to be blamed?
So
Why did it happen?
So the fire basically happened due to some gas leakage and all. And on the blaming side, sir, firstly we should blame the people, means the people who are operating, because of some infrastructural issue. Infrastructure was not on that level, so that we should operate in that. Secondly, I will also blame the administration, that why they approve that in that location where the population is very high. These 2 things, sir.
Okay. There's something called second order change. When a hungry man comes to you, you like to give him fish to eat, or you like to teach him how to catch a fish?
Sir, I will do both the things. First, I will give him the food, because that is the short-term measure, because otherwise he will die. And for the second thing, I will also teach him, because from the next time he will not come to me. He will understand from him.
So what is happening to these 80 crore people who are being given the food for the last so many months or years?
Yes, sir, from last so many months and year, government is giving to 80 crores of people. But government is also focusing on their capacity building through many approaches, like a national education policy and many other things.
That's fine, but you mean to say 80 crore people need the food in a Viksit Bharat? And when 25 crores as claimed have been taken out of poverty line, so that means 100 crore people are the ones who needed the food or were in the poverty line who can't buy food. 100 crore, is the figure realistic?
So firstly, sir, Bharat will become Viksit by 2047. As of now, it's not. And secondly, sir, yes.
But we started calling Viksit Bharat as if in the present tense.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard sentences like that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
secondly, sir, the 100 crore people, yes, it's not the need of the 100 crore people or more than that. But sir, we are focusing more and more so that hunger issue should be resolved, so that people start focusing on other more productive thing instead of searching for the foods and all. If the people minds and brain start working toward manufacturing and the service sector development, then that will provide more cost in comparison to the food.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
सो रानू, आप प्राइवेट सेक्टर में काम कर रहे हैं अभी, इतनी अच्छी आपकी सैलरी भी है, अच्छी कंपनी है, फिर छोड़ के आप सिविल सर्विसेज में क्यों आना चाहते हैं?
So there are many reasons for that. Firstly, from the initial stages of civil services, I will get more opportunity that currently I am working on. Secondly, from the initial stages, I will got more leadership positions and all. And from the career perspective, sir, the pay and all is very good in what I am currently. And fourthly, sir, I think, sir, in bureaucracy, currently we need more and more digital bureaucrats. and I think I'm very good on that perspective.
Okay, so prove that you are good on that aspect. What all will you do to become a digital bureaucrat?
Yes, firstly, sir, our opinions would be that digital India should be promoted more and more. Secondly, UPI and all should be or
As a DM, how are you going to become a digital DM?
yes, so there are two approaches for me. I will follow the short-term approach, that I will try to implement more and more UPI in our places. Using the more and more use. These are my short-term measures or use of the.
DM का काम बस UPI implement करना
No,
होता
sir,
है?
that will be my short-term measure. For the long term, sir, social media should be more used either by the district magistrate or by the any police. Local based social media pages, local based Twitter pages should be there, so that people can learn or what the DM or what the government is doing. Secondly, sir, more EFIR kind of a thing should be promoted. Thirdly, sir, more and more, sir, more and more people should be engaged via the digital media, like using such generative AI we can use, like recently Imran Khan also do like that. Similar kind of thing we can also do in every district. These are the points, sir.
Okay, and what are the disadvantages of using such tactics and strategies?
Yes, sir. So, firstly, sir, more and more use of generative AI will also lead to some hate speech and thing. Secondly, sir, the data that we are using, we are getting data from the people. Then, privacy issue for many of the people will be there.
So don't you think your disadvantages are much more grave than the advantages that you have highlighted?
So as of now, sir, disadvantages is more, I understand, but that thing we can't neglect fully, that we should not use AI or we should not use IT as a whole. Our focus should be positive use of that and towards regulation.
So what is the difference between extracurricular activity and co-curricular activity?
Sir, extracurricular means apart from studies, what we are doing, like playing football or playing online games or anything. And I think and co-curricular activity is nearby the study only, means the internships and all that we are doing with the help of study.
Okay. What do you understand by A2, FL, C2?
So these are the things regarding MSP, and FL means family labor, A2 are the cost of the production, and then C2 is including A2 plus FL plus interest on the loans, that comprises weighted average cost that is recommended by Swaminathan Commission.
Okay, what is golden triangle, golden crescent and golden quadrilateral?
Sir, golden triangle basically means our eastern countries like Thailand, Laos and Cambodia, and golden crescent is basically Afghanistan, Pakistan and that region. And for the golden quadrilateral, sir, I think it's regarding the roadways in India.
So what is the significance of golden triangle and golden crescent?
So it is very much important for the internal security purpose of India. For example,
why is it called golden crescent? And that was my question. I didn't want to name the country.
Okay.
Just tell me why is it called such?
Basically the golden crescent is the area where opium is highly produced there. So due to that, drug trafficking issue and all comes in India and other nearby countries. So that's why it is called as a golden crescent.
Okay. So as a DM, SDM or a public servant, how are you going to manage the situation of drug? Suppose you are posted in some of the district where drug influx is very high and consumption is very high. How are you going to manage the situation?
So I will do multifold approach here. Means for the initial short-term measures, I will focus that to curb the supply of drugs. It should either come from inside or outside. So my focus should be law and order should be maintained so that it will be curbed. On the long-term measures, sir, I will use both AI and all. Firstly, I will teach the people what are the menaces of that. Teach means not the actual drug user, but the family as well, so that the pressure of the family will be take place on the people. Secondly, sir, with the help of AI and all, we can track the things, how the drugs are coming and how the drugs are, so that they can predict the things, so that the drugs production will be clamped down.
Okay, so what is the difference between, like, what is the meaning of supply reduction, demand reduction and harm reduction?
So basically, supply reduction means whatever the supply chains we have or whatever products we are supplying, if that become lower down coming to the demand reduction, if for the particular product demand is less, for example, if the demand for tea is less,
Okay, okay.
something
I
like
think you missed the context. Anyways,
areas of improvement, for instance. Coming from Champaran, I think you should read some books on Gandhi,
Okay, sir.
Mahatma Gandhi, and the symbols that he used was lathi,
Okay.
khadi.
Okay.
These are the areas that chashma. So these are khadaun.
Mhm.
These are kept in all the museum associated with Mahatma Gandhi. They are kept, and these are the things that were used by the local populace there. So when he started using them, people saw that he is one of
Okay,
us.
sir.
That's how he connected with the. Then I think your answers interspersed by firstly, secondly, thirdly, fourthly. I think we can avoid that. No, just go one by. It gives an impression as if you are rattling out something, some poem or something.
Okay, sir.
So just go one by one, I don't say, but firstly, secondly can be avoided. Then again, we've been telling many people, you are greeting all of us individually and separately. There's a board. Just greet the board, the chairperson of the board, wish him or her, and the others give a polite nod. That should be good enough.
Okay.
Then eye contact was missing. You were focused on the person, on the member who asked the question to you, but not to the others. When is your interview?
12th March.
Oh, there's some time. Which newspapers are you reading?
As of now, sir, I'm reading Hindu.
Oh, then you can't suggest anything else. But you can pick up a financial news, a Financial Express or something, Economic Times.
Yes, sir.
Which are also. But I think, are you satisfied with the questions that were put to you?
Yes, I am satisfied. I think more question you can put on my graduation subject or VIT as a college.
I don't think there will be many questions on that because it's your own subject. It's something that you've studied. So I don't think the board will be asking you too many questions on that.
Okay.
It's something that you've done in your graduation.
you are working right now, ना?
Yes,
अगर आप काम नहीं कर रहे होते तो कॉलेज
तो शायद पूछते हैं।
और
अब
आपके
now-
प्रोफेशन पे बहुत पूछे जाएंगे.
Shift from private to
Yes, sir.
as you asked me, private to what changes do you expect? Here decision making is very quick in the private sector. Here it will be very slow. Why do you want to come from one place, a place where you are serving to another place, which will reduce your level of disposal? That sort of thing they'll put you on the.
Okay.
But otherwise you were very good. I'm quite satisfied with your performance. Backwardness of Bihar, that sort of thing also you should. Whether you should call it backward.
Yes.
What are the parameters that you call a state or a district backward or a state backward? Political happenings in Bihar. One question that could emerge is disqualification of abhi hua hai, that is being discussed, whether a person should be disqualification law, has it failed us, that sort of thing.
Okay, sir.
Cooperative federalism. Okay, things are.
Okay, Ranu, you've been cool, calm and composed,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay, throughout, and you are well informed
Yes.
and logical. You had at one place mentioned you want to join the civil services because of pay, perks, privileges, etc. This should be the last priority. In fact, it should not be even mentioned.
Okay, sir.
Wherever you go, you will get salary, pay, perks, privileges and facilities. So to join IAS for the purpose of pay, perks is
Okay, sir.
absurd, I would say.
Okay, sir.
Not absurd, not required. Just avoid it.
Okay, sir.
You come for a purpose. State the purpose.
Yes, sir.
Money is following you.
Yes, sir.
You work in corporate, you will get money there. You work in railway, you will get money there. So money will follow wherever you work.
Okay, sir.
It's a common denominator, so we will not mention.
Okay, sir.
I'm good in that. बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. Your marks are speaking.
Okay, sir.
You can simply say no self praise, no self criticism. अपनी ना तारीफ करनी है ना बुराई करनी है. अपने आप को नहीं कहेंगे कि I'm good.
Okay, sir.
You can always say, sir, I have interest in this. I can apply this. I've taken a lot of interest in this, and I'll be able to apply for development and betterment of the likewise. Okay. Threads वगैरह जो है बहुत prominently दिख रहे हैं.
Okay.
You could
Yes, sir.
put them थोड़ा सा पीछे कर लो. आपके sleeve से cover कर लो.
Okay, sir.
And कड़ा also.
Yes, sir. Got it.
ठीक है? And this you can't do much about unless it is some religion का है तो ठीक है. Otherwise you can.
Remove it.
अगर वो इफेक्ट नहीं करेगा तो
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. अदरवाइज फाइन. ब्लैक सॉक्स पहनेंगे
Okay, sir.
प्रेफरेबली,
Yeah.
है ना? अदरवाइज वेरी गुड, वेल डन.
Thank you, sir.
This I leave to you.
Okay, yes, sir.
यहाँ तक तो पहुंचा दिया है. Now you can take it off.
हाँ, मतलब ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि यू आर कॉन्शियस ऑफ द फैक्ट कि मैंने मेरा इंटरव्यू इसलिए खराब जा रहा है कि मैंने वो उतार दिया, वो नहीं होना चाहिए.
हाँ, okay.
Yeah, I leave the choice to you, but
Be comfortable.
Yes.
Very good candidate, very well prepared, and I deliberately threw a lot of questions at you, जानबूझ के, but you handled very well. सबको defense भी किया, attack भी किया, very well, and I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you, sir.
well done.
Thank you.